Hi, and welcome to Origin of Concepts. In this episode, we continue with the 12 labors of Heracles from Greek mythology. And we reach number 4, capturing the Erymanthian Boar. The fourth labor is to bring the fearsome Erymanthian Boar back to King Eurystheus alive. The beast ravaged Mount Erymanthus, so Heracles drove it into deep snow to exhaust it before binding it and bringing it back. Okay, let's take a look at this monster. And it can, of course, be found in the Milky Way center. The boar is the dark shadows with the head of the silvery shadow. And let me try to outline it. I'll make his back here, and then we got his nosy dosy here. Like this. This is the nose, so to speak, and his eye is here. And Mount Erymanthus is, of course, the entire Milky Way center where he lives. Is here. It's the outline of the Milky Way center in the mountain form. And all the ravage, he's doing is the striped shadow here. That's the ravage in heaven. And the snow is a metaphor for the white area or the silvery shadow here, the head of the boar. So now you know what the snow is, or why snow is mentioned in the myth. It's to guide you to this part of the Milky Way. Oh, this part. Okay, some of the key texts from the myth is: the boar has foaming jaws and sharp giant tusks used for goring victims. Okay, so let's try to find the foaming jaws, because the striped shadow here is also the sea foam, the foaming, the wild sea, and so the foam is the striped shadow. And then we got the tusks, giant tusks, and this white part here, the downside of is the tusks of the boar. So I guess his mouth is here somewhere. So and this is, by the way, also the elephant tusk. For example, in the Vedic traditions in Hinduism, everything about elephants or elephant tusk is here. Or and what's the name for the? I can't remember it. But everything about elephants come from this area of the Milky Way too. And this Bora destroying the forest of Arcadia, which means the untouched wild field, with his trampling and his waste, his popo. So let me clean the image here. So, because the Arcadia is this area, as always. And the forest is, of course, all the trees in the striped shadow here. Always. And this is also the waste of the boar, the black goo, if we can use that expression. You can see it look like poo on the mountain. Okay. And then the boar was a man-eating creature with pointed incisors used for consuming people. Okay, this is then we have to turn the pictures around, because now they use the Milky Way center as the big mouth again of the boar. And he got some wild teeth here, so he can eat people. Let me try to follow there. Here. And this striped shadow is both the teeth and the people he's eating. And then when we go back to the striped shadow here, the striped shadow is always the flesh, of people. So that's always what you eat or what you spit out. Next is the boar lived on Mount Erymanthian, a thick wooded area in Arcadia, specific near the glens of Lampeia. Okay, Lampeia means the brilliant reflection of light on the mountain, which is of course visualized by the golden disk light. By the golden disk light running down through the striped shadow here. So that is the Mount Erymanthian, or the Arcadia area on Mount Erymanthian. The mount is of course the mount here. Okay. On the way to Mount Erymanthian, Heracles visited the centaur Polus, which means the cave dweller. And if I make two eyes here and a happy mouth, you can see the cave dweller. He's lying here inside the cave, which is visualized by the arch in the middle of the... So here you see the cave dweller. And I'll, of course, make a video where I'll go deeper into the centaurs, because I will jump over this step in this video. And and from here in the myth, there comes a long story of centaurs and Prometheus chained to the rock and all those stories. But I think the most important is to find the boar in this video and what it is. And of course, I'll make a video in the future going deeper into Prometheus and the centaurs, of course. And then everything ends like this. Heracles caught the boar, bound it, and carried it back to Eurystheus, who was frightened and hid in his half-buried storage pithas, or jar. He's always hiding in the jar. And let me just make the jar here. The jar is here, and the king is always hidden in the jar. And and the ropes he used to bind the boar is of course the striped shadow here around the boar here in the background. So now it's bound with the ropes. Okay, I think that's all. Yips. So now you know how to capture the Erymanthian boar. The fourth labor of Heracles. Okay, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, take care. Bye.